If you're looking at Nassau County as your next home destination, you are in good company because this area has some of the best suburban communities in the New York metro area. Each one of these is going to have its own flavors, its own strengths, and its own trade-offs. So in today's video, I want to walk you through my picks for the top 10 places to live in Nassau County with real details that you don't often see in passable lists or any other videos on YouTube. So things like which towns have hidden parks, talking about commuting, we're going to talk about downtown energy, and we're going to talk about what makes people feel at home. So settle in and let's get into it. Okay, so number 10 is going to be Old Bethpage, Plainview, which I'm going to say is a tie. Okay, I'm kicking off with Old Bethpage and Plainview together because they both share a lot in common and often show up in the same comparison. So Old Bethpage is quieter, it's more tucked away. You'll see larger lots, mature trees, and it's going to be a slower pace. One fun local draw of Old Bethpage is going to be the Village Restoration, a living history museum with heritage buildings and a lot of different types of seasonal events and cool things like that. Plainview is a little bit more active. It has a good mix of retail, restaurants, and convenience. Its location is a little bit more centric on the island, which gives it easy access to highways like the Northern State and the Long Island Expressway. Also for families, the community pool and library systems are also very well used in the area. So between the two, you're choosing between Serenity, which is going to be Old Bethpage, and slightly more busyness and hustle, which is going to be Plainview. In both, property taxes are very steep, as in everywhere in Long Island, but you get solid school districts and you're going to get ease of access. So number 9 on this list is going to be East Williston. So East Williston is often very underrated, not talked about a lot, but locals tend to love it for how walkable and community oriented it feels. And I've got to say, in my opinion, this is one of the most community oriented places in Long Island. You can stroll down to the small downtown for a coffee. There's a village green, tennis courts, and some local festivals. The proximity to the Long Island Railroad in nearby Mineola or Albertston helps significantly when commuting. Another plus is going to be the school district. Okay, the school district here consistently gets very high reviews, especially for things like smaller class sizes and parent involvement. Again, the village feel in this place is very real. People really know their neighbors. There are block parties, and it does not just feel like a cookie cutter suburb. It is very tight knit, and people are very close to each other here. Number 8 is going to be Garden City. Now, Garden City is iconic for a reason. The village downtown is very classy. It is lined with shops, cafes, some great brunch places. You're going to see classic brick homes, picket fences, and tree-lined streets, and you're going to see some massive homes here. It has 2 Long Island Railroad stations within the Garden City area, so train access is very strong. If you like walking to do your errands, Garden City delivers more than many Nassau towns in this area. Something people bring up during summer evenings, the Village Green occasionally hosts concerts or our community events. Also, the upkeep on lawns and landscaping in many parts is noticeably above average. You will see the neighbors in Garden City take extensive pride in their exteriors. Number 7, place that's near and dear to me. I went to school here. Manhasset is one of my favorites to talk about because it sits right along the North Shore and it brings a certain elegance. I love Manhasset. It's very near and dear to me. Its downtown Plandome Road area has a lot of boutiques, a lot of designer stores, cafes, and a feeling of polish. Of course, you've got the Americana Manhasset complex. This is a regional draw if you are into luxury shopping. All the best stores are there. Every single one of them. All of them are there. There's also Manhasset Valley Park, about 26 acres with walking trails. It's got athletic fields and a stream running through it that is gorgeous. It's a nice local escape without driving too far. Okay, so one quirk about Manhasset, because it's smaller in land area, supply is very limited. Homes are a little bit older, lovingly maintained, but you'll see fewer large new developments here. You're gonna see a lot of historic type of buildings, and the neighborhood takes pride in that. Manhasset is very premium, but you are going to get a very premium experience. Number 6 is gonna be Roslyn Heights. Okay, Roslyn is very special. It's historic, it's scenic, it has waterfront access. It sits on the Hempstead Harbor. When it comes to Roslyn, the main downtown area is very charming. There's a lot of old buildings, there's great restaurants, there's boutique shops, and there's a real walkable core. Also, Roslyn has some hills for Long Island standards. There's a lot of hills in Roslyn. Put your hiking boots on, which gives nicer street views in places. Some streets look out towards the water, and you can find a lot of hidden paths and overlooks if you really explore, which is one of my favorite parts about Roslyn. Now, in terms of commuting, you're not without options. It's very near to Manhasset. You're near highways, several arterial roads, and though direct train access is less central than in Great Neck or Manhasset, you can still get around relatively conveniently in Roslyn. So for people who want character and history in their daily backdrop, Roslyn is going to be a place that stands out. Now let's talk about number 5, which is going to be Jericho. So Jericho is a name that often appears at the top of the best of Nassau lists, and it's really for good reason. First, it's, as with all of Long Island, it's really about school districts. Its high school district is often ranked among the highest in the entire country and the greater area of Long Island. Second, the neighbors are meticulously maintained. You will see properties with very mature landscaping, a lot of underground utilities in many parts, and you're gonna find highly uniform streets. The aesthetic of the neighborhood is absolutely gorgeous. Another local detail, you have easy access to major corridors such as the Jericho Turnpike, Northern State, and the Long Island Expressway, also known as the LIE, which will make it easier to head east or west, which is very important when living on Long Island. Because demand is very high, inventory is sometimes very tight in this area, but when a home pops up, it does not last long, sometimes sold in days. Number 4 is gonna be Jericho's next door neighborhood, Syosset. Now, Syosset brings great balance. It is large enough to support a wide range of amenities, but it still feels very cohesive. In this area, you're going to find regional shopping, good restaurants, and a relatively strong sense of community. The school district is very solid, and the commute into the city via the Syosset train station or nearby stations is going to be something that is very viable for many, and many people are willing to pay top dollar for this. One thing I like is the variation in housing stock, from older ranches to newer colonials and more modern renovations. You also get more yard size in many parts. And another little perk is that one thing that a lot of people will talk about is the recreational facilities and youth sports being very well organized. You see kids playing in parks, you see very well maintained and well used fields, and many things like that in this area. Number 3 is going to be Kensington. So Kensington is a very small pocket. A lot of people don't know this place exists, but it's very known for its prestige, its safety, and its exclusivity. Okay, because of its size, it doesn't have a big downtown, but what you lose in commercial intensity is what you gain in peace and quiet, and nice streets, and that tucked away kind of feeling. Okay, there was a ranking that I recently saw that placed Kensington among the top communities in the US, okay, in the entire country to raise kids, citing its schools and low crime. So one thing with Kensington is you're right on the edge of Queens, so you get closer access to the city via the roads, but still The exclusive vibe is strong. If your priority is tranquility and reputation, then Kensington is going to be one of those places to consider. Number 2 on this list is going to be a place I've spent a lot of my life in, and that is going to be Great Neck. I love Great Neck. It's a beautiful area. Great Neck is one of those towns that truly has it all. You get express train service into Manhattan. You have multiple on a railroad station, and you have decent travel times. So it's very convenient near to the city. You're going to see a lot of cultural and community programming. The Great Neck Park District runs facilities like Parkwood Pool and Sports Complex, Stepping Stone Marina. They host concerts, classes, community events. Great Neck is just a very beautiful area. You're gonna find some massive, beautiful properties there. There's waterfront access depending on where in Great Neck you are, and pockets of views over Little Neck Bay or Manhasset Bay, which are to die for, absolutely gorgeous. Downtown Great Neck is very walkable. You've got shops, cafes, services. You've got Benihana's, which I love, one of my favorite places to go. You don't always have to drive for your daily needs, which is very convenient. One thing to note is that Great Neck has a long history of being culturally vibrant and diverse. But there are some trade-offs, okay? Property prices are extremely high, okay? But the upside is that the upside is very strong and it's worth it, okay? Number 1 is gonna be Great Neck Plaza, and it's gonna be core Great Neck, okay? Then this is my top pick, and the reason why I zero in on Great Neck Plaza, the core Great Neck neighborhoods, is really because this area just gives you the best combination of walkability, transit, amenities, and everyday living that feels alive but grounded. Okay, so Great Neck Plaza is a very tiny area geographically. It's about half a mile in its radius, but it packs in over 250 retail and service establishments, multiple apartment buildings, and single family homes. Okay, when it comes to Great Neck Plaza, the downtown is vibrant. You can leave home for going to the grocery, going to the cafe, or a haircut without getting a car. The Long Island Railroad Station sits right downtown. The Park District is a very big deal. Its parks, pools, recreation complex, waterfront facilities, and programming are all very well developed. The district has a long history. It's one of New York's oldest park districts, okay? In a small radius, you can access art centers, historical society plaques, neighborhood gardens, and much more. Great Neck is also notable for its waterfront edge. You're close enough to enjoy views or a walk to a marina and some ports. Okay, so yeah, Great Neck Plaza is a fantastic place. As a daily experience, this area feels like a small city inside of a suburb. You get density without the crowding, amenities without the craziness, and you get transit without losing comfort. So if I were moving to Nassau for that blend of transit, community, and daily convenience, Great Neck Plaza is 100% where I would go. So there are many places in Nassau County that were not on this list. And before I wrap this up, I think a few of these towns definitely deserve a little bit of love here. I'm gonna talk about Port Washington, which is spectacular for waterfront living, scenic views, and it has a very, very strong community and cultural identity. Massapequa is great if the South Shore life is your priority. You like beaches, boating, and you like more yard space. Lake Success, Searingtown, Lakeville, Russell Gardens, these are very smaller, more exclusive areas with prestige, quiet streets, lower scale, but these places have excellent schools. Also, you have Oyster Bay Cove, Center Island, Sands Point for folks wanting ultra point waterfront estates. Though it's very niche, it is extremely pricey. Most homes are over $3 million. Also, one thing to keep in mind is the traffic patterns. School district boundaries and commuting habits can change over time. Always drive the routes that you think you'll use, tour neighborhoods at different times, and check your local walkability and safety as you explore. And take the time to figure out which area you think is really a good fit for you. So before I close, let's talk about, I just want you, Nassau County is not a one size fits all kind of place. You'll find quiet, elegant, exclusive areas, dense, walkable downtown areas. You're gonna find waterfront settings, hillier, historic villages, and those in-between neighborhoods where you are going to get a mix. So with Nassau County, where you lose somewhere, you might gain elsewhere. Maybe you trade a little bit more commute for better daily amenities or more green space, more acreage. Maybe you pick a smaller scale for more charm and exclusivity. My aim in this list really was just to highlight places that do more than just look good on paper, places where you can live well day in and day out. And that was really my goal with this video. So if you found today's video helpful, I really don't want you to stop here. Check out this video right here on your screen to join my free webinar. It is called From Hesitant to Homeowner, How Smart Buyers Win in Any Market. And in that webinar, I will walk you through step by step the exact strategies that my clients are using right now to this second to find great homes, to write winning offers, and to buy confidently, even with today's rates and competition. Click that video right now, and I look forward to seeing you all inside the webinar. Take care.